Welcome, Jen.
Yay.
Let me-
Super excited to be here.
I'm super excited to see you again too. We warmed up and
Yeah.
uh, did the first thing in the in your interview live stream. I was checking your message. I got distracted while I'm checking your setup. Nice setup. So we are live, and I'm gonna interview Jessie about her branding, her brand building journey, and her experience in crypto and her unknown experience as an artist transforming into a content creator and a creator in the space. So let's start. Do you want to introduce
Um,
yourself?
okay. My name is Jessie Fries. People know me as the Fries Girl because I talk about Fries Before Guys a lot. I used to be, well, I'm still an artist, but I used to be like more of an artist. My background is in fine arts and cultural management. And nowadays, I create content on the timeline. I'm trying to create a very girly, relatable brand. And yeah, that's it for the really short introduction.
Amazing. So, my first question is you're coming from fine arts background, and you also said that I know that you had a master's degree in arts, and you were practicing art too in the space as an NFT artist. And also, I'm seeing the paintings you did in
Mm-hmm.
your house. And so that's a very specific combination of creative training. And most of the people don't have, even if they're creating art, they don't have a artist background like an or an art degree. So what made you realize that crypto was the place where your skills merge together? How did you realize the value of crypto space and decided to, okay, I'm gonna invest my time and energy into crypto? Because what did you thought?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's like, okay, I studied fine arts in France. I studied painting. So I had a master degree in fine arts and I worked as a visual artist for like 2 years. I did actually lots of artist residencies. I also did one in Shanghai and Singapore,
Wow.
like exhibitions, a bit like all around the world. But then I noticed that young artists don't earn a living from doing their art. Like it takes about like 10 years to start earning like salary, except if you become like really famous when you're young. And I was like, it's so sad because like we also had to write a thesis, it was a real master's degree. And then I was like, this is kind of sad. And so I went to like business school to learn more about like art market and cultural management. And I thought that maybe I can become entrepreneur and help other artists if I understand how it works better. So I went there and then I started working as an art consultant for an online art gallery here in Finland. But then COVID came and I ended up in Clubhouse, like a lot of people actually. And there I started talking with people in France who were talking about NFTs and how you could like buy crypto art and how as an artist you could sell your art. And I was very intrigued actually by that. And I started my journey on Tezos blockchain. I don't know if you know, like it used to be called Hiket Nunk before, like in the old days. Then it,
Tezos was so popular. My friends, like NFT, the artist friend, also pivoted to become an NFT artist too, and they were all in Tezos. It was so
yeah,
until
it,
2022, 23.
it was like so cool. Like I remember I started like collecting art in my room at 4 a.m. It was so exciting. There was lots of like glitch art on these platforms. And at first I collected a lot. And then I was like, but I'm an artist myself. Like maybe I can create art. And because I had this background of like I used to do like a lot of watercolor paintings, like physical art. I was like, but how can I bring my artworks like on chain and make it like interesting? Because I didn't just want to, take a picture of my art and put it on the blockchain. So
Mhm.
I went on Canva and I started creating like GIFs. I'll show you if you want, like later. And then I started selling them. I didn't hear what you said.
I would love to.
Yeah, I will show you. I think you will like them. And then I started selling them, and I met like crypto artists like Stella Bell, and like there was like amazing people before. Like they all left now, but so yeah, I saw an opportunity, and then I was like, okay, so on chain as an artist, I don't need to have intermediaries. I don't need anyone to approve if my art can be sold to someone or not. Like I'm my own like boss. And so I started pushing, like I sold a lot of art, but I wasn't one of those artists who was selling for like, hundreds of thousands, but I sold like more than what I would sell in the traditional art world. And so from there, I stayed in this space.
Amazing. It's very interesting how Clubhouse changed people's experiences, like in real life and also on the internet. I'm hearing it a lot, and I don't know if it changed my life a lot being in Clubhouse, but in terms of like my career. But I'm hearing this story a lot. Like most of the people getting Clubhouse, like getting crypto through meeting with people randomly in Clubhouse, being in chat rooms, or like spaces in Clubhouse, and they just like found themselves in crypto Twitter. Very interesting. And when you first started building your presence online as Jessie Fries, did you start it with the same brand that you have right now, or it is different where it came right now? And like, what was the moment when you realized the things were responding? Like people were responding and being more responsive to the fries branding, and what you originally planned before, or what
Mhm.
beginning originally?
Yeah, so basically that started I think in 2022 or something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember, 24. I'm so lost in time, sorry. But basically, I was still like creating art on object.com, which is on Tezos blockchain. And I was
Mm-hmm.
creating a series of girly girls. And basically, the idea was to create like kind of like PFP series, but all like handmade. And they were all different and they were not so cute. That was like the important part about this series, because like all the PFPs that we saw with World of Women, and all the women PFPs, they were all like so like pretty, and I was like, that's not me. We're girls are not just pretty, we also like, I don't know, drink, smoke, do whatever we like, we have like dark things under our eyes. So I was doing this series, and then I started adding some t-shirts with "In It for the Fries." And that was like kind of a joke, because I saw a lot of guys at that time who were posting "In It for the Culture," but they were just flipping NFTs. And I'm like, that's like a bit funny to say that you're in it for the culture if you're just buying NFTs to make money out of them. Even though I don't have a problem with that, I was just like, okay, "In It for the Fries" can be like the girly version of that. And basically, it just started as a joke. Stella Bell really supported me as an artist. Like, I love her art and I love her persona and everything she did in the crypto art world. And then I was like, okay, so if she's supporting what I'm doing, I think I'm gonna keep on doing it. But then eventually on Twitter, like people started sending me pics of their fries. They started sending me like videos of them like making their fries and the spices that they would put. And like bigger accounts would also like notice me. And then I was like, okay, maybe there's something interesting in what I'm doing that I didn't like really think before I started. And this is how it started. So it started like a bit differently than it was now, but
Oops, I'm
oh,
back.
you left. I was like,
I don't, my connection is really good actually, but I need to close the door. Wait.
Okay. Let's wait for Pure.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. You just changed side. Like now I see you on
There,
the other side.
cyber attacked. Yeah, just flip the sides. It's just interesting. We are getting attacked. So yeah, you were saying that big accounts and artists
Yeah.
are supporting
Like
you.
bigger accounts started noticing me, and this is how it started, and then it just like evolved like on Lens Protocol and like that. I started playing with that persona of being like hyper feminine girl who loves fries more than boys, and it just like took off kind
A
of.
woman empowerment movement.
Yeah. And especially, like 2, 3 years ago, there wasn't that many women in the space, like, especially like many women who would show their femininity like that. It wasn't so much welcomed at that time.
Yeah, it was also. I feel like it was also more welcomed because there weren't any random people coming up to the space to just farm meme coins, etc. After meme coins, I think women were more like rare, but also it was encouraged. Like people, I remember from my experience, it was encouraged to show your face. People were encouraging, liking, even like the incels were okay with like you showing your face, posting yourself, because you are becoming more um something. You're becoming becoming a human, and not just like a cartoon character or an anonymous person on crypto Twitter, like 90% of the people on crypto Twitter. So it makes you more like makes people sympathize with you. It was
Mhm.
making, but right now it's like, oh, like she's posting herself to farm whatever. Like it's more like seen in a different way. But
Mhm.
before that was even encouraged. I feel like people were encouraging you to make like post photos of yourself, your experience or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's also that side of it. And are you, I think you're also active on other platforms, right? Are you posting on other platforms? And if you're posting, do you have a different strategy for other platforms or contents, like planning different things for different contents for different platforms? Or you're just going with the vibe or whatever you want?
Well, actually, before like putting more effort on X, I was super much posting on Lens Protocol and Farcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Started with Lens. I was like spending all my time on Lens for like 2 years or something. Then it went a bit like down, and then I went on Farcaster. I'm still posting on Farcaster. I love Farcaster. It's really cool place to hang out, but there's like less people as well. And then I eventually came on X in beginning of 25. I think I started like really posting there. But now I also post like a bit everywhere, on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. Like I don't it's hard to have a strategy when you're posting everywhere, because I feel like it takes a lot to already post on X, because my goal is to hit those 10K, and I'm not so far. I'm at 8K, and I'm like, I just want to get the 10K just for the sake of getting it. I don't know if it's stupid, but I'm like, I didn't come this far to come this far. So I'm really excited about growing on this. What did you say?
We are going Hollywood.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Hollywood. But you know what I mean? I mean, X is a cool platform, even though there is this like some negative aspects of it. I'm really putting a lot of efforts to grow there. But then at the same time, I started posting on YouTube, and I noticed that shorts, they take off quite well on YouTube shorts compared to TikTok. I think TikTok is like a bit harder, like if you're not consistent to kind of like grow on there. And I haven't been so consistent. I'm trying to be consistent, but it's hard to get the energy. And Instagram is more like the place where I post like some pics of me and like the vibe, of my life. But I'm also thinking of creating more content on these two platforms because I feel like we've seen like crypto Twitter is going a bit like down at the moment. There's less people. And I think that if, as a brand, if I want to grow my brand Jessie Fries and make it something big, I need more people, right? So I have to go and get those other, this other audience that is somewhere else. So yeah, my strategy is like no strategy.
Go with the vibe. So, as someone mainly creating content on crypto Twitter and on Twitter mostly, as I assume right now, how did you learn what works on crypto Twitter? Like, you're probably actively learning right now too, since it changed a lot. Like, how did you learn what works, like what wouldn't work in anywhere else that is working on crypto Twitter? Because it's more like, how can I say, community, building a community, an audience that you're gonna interact with regularly, kind of vibe, that kind of platform. Because Instagram, TikTok, you don't have to interact with your audience. Like, it's more like an audience. Like, people are watching you. Like, it's more views focused. But Twitter is more like a community, like community building, more a different kind of brand building, I think. So, how did you learn what works on crypto Twitter, on Lens? Also, it's like all of them are like more community focused platforms, like Farcaster itself a community, Lens itself a community, Twitter itself, like CT is a different community. So how did you learn what works in Lens, what works in Farcaster, what?
You rugged. I can't see you anymore. Her cat is gone. Mm, mm, mm. Her cat is gone. Mm. Boss. And so I think Pure Cat is having some trouble with her connection. Probably.
İnterneti mi kullanıyorsunuz? Evet. Kesildi şu anda. Ne yapıyorsunuz acaba? İnterneti mi kullanıyorsunuz? Oğlum streamdeyim ve kesildi şu anda. Niye böyle bir şey oluyor şu anda ya? Sesim geliyor mu peki?
I can hear you talk, Pure Cat. I don't know if you hear me as well.
Yeah, I can hear you, but my okay, wait a minute.
Oops.
Maybe I can just
It says no signal for some reason, but
Maybe your internet connection is not.
my internet is working, and I checked with my friend. Oh, I think it's about the camera, but it's actually connected. Oh wait, I get it right now. Okay, that's so funny. How is this even possible? Okay, I need to. I haven't realized that my battery is dead, and my cables are. Okay, it's probably gonna work out right now. Let's see. I just run into the other room and then just like, what the fuck are you doing in the room? My internet is gone. I think it's gonna work out right now because it was about the battery, but it's gonna take some time to recharge. Maybe, I don't know. Is it charging? Okay, let me check. Okay,
I see you now.
we are live again. Amazing. Okay, it was about the battery. Perfect. Sorry for the technical. I was just cleaning the camera, and normally I just keep the battery just like charging it all the time, so the battery didn't finish because it's like streaming at 2K, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. No worries.
What did I ask? I asked, yeah, how is your experience of like how did you learn what works and what's not working in different platforms, especially on like Twitter like platforms like Farcaster, Lens, Twitter? What did you learn in time, what works and what is not working for you, for your brand, especially not like a general, like what works for everyone, but for your brand, for Jessie Fries?
Yeah, well, for me, I think like on all of these platforms, Lens, Farcaster, and X, there was something very much in common. Is like when I came to these platforms, I had to engage with people a lot before I started getting like some engagement back and growing on the platform. I spent like so much time engaging under people's posts on Lens. And then I grew really big, and then I went to Farcaster, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do that all over again, and it was really hard to do it all over again. But then I was like trying to spot bigger accounts and also accounts that I find interesting based on what I'm building, and then I started like replying a lot, always with my bit like uplifting, cute internet voice, where I'm always like trying to be kind and supportive. And I think also, people love when you're being supportive because we're all struggling every day. And as you mentioned in the previous live with me, you were saying that people post for likes. And of course, like people want to see that someone else is noticing them, is noticing their efforts. And of course, like I notice it. And then I always like try and like make people that I like or that I find interesting, I like to make them feel special. I think it's nice, And so this is how I grew on platforms. But I have to admit that on X at the moment, I don't know if it's a general thing, but I'm starting to feel tired, like really tired of having to every day, do the replies, and even how much I love my community and like the people that are on X, I think that it's like a never ending loop. And I don't think that it should be like that. But I feel like on this platform, like if you're not working for a huge protocol or huge brand, if you're not someone who's a bit like, you know, when you're a bit like in these positions, people are always like, there's always interest. So people will obviously interact with you, maybe if you don't interact with them so much. But I feel like if you don't have like 100K followers, or like not 100K, but let's say 20K, people are not so much gonna interact with you if you don't interact with them like on a daily basis. So this is what I really learned. And also something that I understood a bit late is like, I feel like the X algo is really like prioritizing content that, for example, if you post at a certain time, you have to keep posting like at the same times. And also like having repeatable formats, especially with the new algo. I felt like before you could post a bit of like whatever, like if you want to post video or this. But now I see like accounts that are growing really fast are accounts that are posting like maybe it's lists, or maybe it's like some GM posts every day, even though a lot of people say don't post GM. I don't think that's so true. I think it works for some people. So yeah.
I think that's true too. Like there's some, if you quote tweet another tweet, add your comment on the quote tweet and do it repeatedly, for example, it starts to get more engagement. Even if you quote tweet your own tweet, algorithm doesn't realize that you're doing to your own tweet, not someone else's, and it rewards you. And I don't actually know what's working exactly. I just noticed a few things, but I just like before that, you were posting something random and it was like getting, I don't know, 20K impressions, like just a random stupid tweet, and it was like just going viral. But right now it's like a little bit more I think I feel like you have to post something like an article or about the main topics everyone is talking about so that you can go viral, or I don't know. But I know that replying to people or like replying to tweets that got so much engagement, it's not improving your status in the algorithm. They just end it and that thing, as I know. And it's very interesting that you said that like replying to other people and engaging with other people on crypto Twitter, that I like grow my account, because like I realized that I remembered I was replying people more and engaging, trying to be like mutuals with people by replying them too, and like coming up with very smart funny things. And I met some people through that way, and grow my account, I guess, in that way too, or just like made important connections with people in that way, because it wasn't a lot as much as right now. Right now people are like just like no, like no one was shit, like there wasn't any random people replying to your tweets like before Kaito or like Infofy, probably. Before bots, basically. You were checking your replies and replying them back before that. Right now, it's like replying is like I'm not replying to, I'm just replying maybe uh once a week to one of my friends. No, I'm not replying because I know that they don't even gonna see it probably, because like there are so many they either they have so many replies, or like it becomes something unbelievable, or I'm still being happy when my friend or you, I remember that oh, this is so sweet, like I'm still in that way when I reply to someone, or like I know them they gonna feel in that way, or someone reply to my tweet. But I'm not doing it very often, and then when I'm doing it very intentionally. um but I think it was so much better. Like I think crypto Twitter like a small bubble that you see people and on your timeline, even if you're not mutual, and you interact with them, and you know that if you're gonna interact with them, you become mutuals and be friends and start to interact and reply to each other. That was how friendships were building before. But right now, replying doesn't mean anything. It's just like
Mm. And do you feel that you're growing even though you're not like replying to people under your post? Does it help you to grow or not?
I don't think so. Like I stopped replying like a long time ago, I think. And I don't even remember when. I stopped replying and I realized what made I, I was just like grow my account. My account got suspended. My old account got suspended and I created a new account, and it instantly started to grow like so fast. It was like crazy. I even
Mhm.
got like with like 1,000 followers, with 1K follower, like a brand deal from Berachain product, like got paid for a content because it was growing like crazy around
Mhm.
that time. And it kept growing with spaces that I made. Um, and I think my account grow with the spaces and spaces that I hosted, and also the spaces I joined as a person and talk in spaces as a person. And I think it like before this new algorithmic updates, live streams were growing accounts too, like a lot. If you do live streaming, your account was like growing so fast. Algorithm was just like prioritizing you. And before that, it was spaces and live streams. But I just like never thought replying as a growth strategy in my own personal account, because I was already replying to people in the company
Mhm.
accounts that I was managing. So I wasn't doing it in my personal account. And yeah, I don't even remember when I stopped constantly replying people, but I guess it was like after the InfoFi stuff and after I see all the bots in my replies, like, and realize that like I'm replying something, maybe my friend is not seeing it because of the bots, or just like there are so many replies, and it was so much like there was so much bots in my replies too. But right now it's not like that. It's like so much clean, but I think people lost the enthusiasm of replying and interacting with replies under tweets.
Yeah,
uh,
I mean, also very tiring, right? When you're every day that you post and then you also have to read and reply everyone. I don't know, at least for me,
mhm.
and I think it's my brain is like
Yeah,
fried.
it's probably getting overwhelming after a while. I haven't
Yeah.
been doing it for a really long time. And when I'm doing it very intentionally right now. It's probably very tiring. Like managing socials are really tiring.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I think probably it was like I was seeing it as a job and part of my job, and I wasn't doing it on my personal account because I was already doing it for the company account, like the whole replying stuff. And I was like, when it comes to my personal account, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a space. I can't reply people anymore. Yeah, probably I stopped at that point. I don't know. Like I haven't do this consciously, but I guess it was like coming from the exhaustion of
Mhm.
managing company social media accounts.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand. Mm.
Yeah. And my other question, I want to talk about trust and reputation in the crypto space. It's a very scarce resource in crypto, as you know. Not people, not like it's not very easy to trust people and rely on people in crypto because of like some cultural patterns and lack of regulation and stuff, or just what kind of people it attracts. Um, so what actually for you makes someone trustworthy, and what is the process for you for someone you met in crypto, um, like the trust process that makes you trust someone, in crypto, how when you met them, or not, it can be, it's probably different in person and online. What makes someone trustable for you? Have you ever realized a pattern that, do you have an obsec, like do you have a pattern of trust that, you believe in someone, that okay, this person is a legit based person, and I stand behind this person by side, and I'm like, yeah, this is a based person, and I agree whatever they say. It's not possible, but yeah, you get.
Yeah, so I think that in my case, what I usually do if I meet people, of course, like online at first, I always check like if they know people that I know, and I also check what they post, like what kind of person they are. For example, like anyone who is like sexist or racist or post like weird stuff like that online, I can't trust them, because I think that if some people post things like that, they are just untrustworthy for me. And then the other thing is, of course, like if they're working for a big project or not, and if they're doxed, and if I meet them at events. I think like the best of the best would be to have like similar connection, liking their vibes, and then meeting them at an event and being like, oh my God, they're like just like really nice, very nice human being. And the other people are backing them up. And then I'm like, yeah, I can trust them. But I think it's just, in this space, it's hard to trust people, because there can be some big figure in crypto Twitter that is followed by so many people who's done like many things, and like one day they just decide to rug everyone, so it's a bit hard.
Yeah, tell me more.
Yeah, what do you check when you like
I
meet
have
someone
really
new?
interesting point that I'm gonna come up, but what I check is, I'm generally like, my natural path is checking mutuals, and also if I find what they post funny or interesting,
Mm-hmm.
without like their considering, paying attention to the subject they are posting about, like, because I'm gonna ask this to you before making this statement. People just projecting their dark side, or like, what they think, without like, hardcore processing it to Twitter. Not, for example, I think I've been posting more stuff on crypto Twitter that I would never say
Mm-hmm.
in my real life. I was just like firing the thoughts on crypto Twitter and just get rid of them on my personal account. So it's more like a rage room. Twitter is more like a rage room for most people. So I was gonna ask, you said that, or if they're posting sexist stuff, or if they're posting like cringe, or like, I don't know, like not normal, like not that this person is not acting normal. This person is crazy, deranged, sexist, terrible incel, like, for example, most of the guys on crypto Twitter. But have you ever like met someone that you know on crypto Twitter, which is completely deranged, but like met them in real life and like, oh, this person is completely a normal person, like how is this even possible? Have you ever experienced something like that before? And also, how much of a person, like the persona of someone on crypto Twitter, is real, or like just like a performance? What do you
So
think about this subject? Two questions.
yeah, it's an interesting question. The first, for the person that would post like a lot of like rage bait or some things that are very maybe seen as negative. I don't know if I've ever met. I know like there's one person that I thought he posts like sometimes some. I don't know. I sometimes thought that he's a bit of a shit poster and has some takes, not sexist or anything like that at all. But I thought like, oh my god, he's like, is who is this like teenager who's just posting like things on the timeline and he's not doxxed,
Mhm.
So I met him at DEF CON and he came to me and he was like, I'm not gonna say because maybe I don't know, I don't want to make him uncomfortable. And I looked at him like he looked like really classy, like a well-educated person. I was like, his parents are educated him like really well. He knew how to talk. He's a person who's very interested in others. And when he said who he was, I was like, no way, it's not possible. And then I was like really surprised that it's crazy. It's like two different persons. So to come to your second question, I think that it depends. Like, I think some people may be like their persona, but I would imagine that like 95% of the time, like the persona is just for crypto Twitter because it would be too hard to post all these like negative things. Or for example, in my case, I'm like very sassy, very like sometimes I post like things that people would think are so cringe, but I couldn't do this if I would be Jessica. So that's why I'm Jessie Fries. And this helps me to like spread my ideas or a message that I wouldn't, do in everyday life. And I think that many people are the same. I don't know
Mhm.
if it makes sense. Like, for
Yeah.
example, I think you, for example, I'm not sure because the per cat that I see online, she's also like, you have attitude, you are a
Yeah,
character
I'm
rather
a I'm a
than.
bit I'm a mean bitch online, for example. Not most people that knows me, I think, just like disregard this fact that I'm being a bitch online. But
Really?
I'm more like a god. I have a different persona online. I think I'm more like a god girl, more like a I don't know, have more like a dark, bad god energy. I think I bring that energy, but it's also part of me. I'm not acting like that in my social life, but it's also, I know that it's also part of me. Like it's just like hidden in somewhere that I'm not acting on it. But I know that I'm like very sharp and like I'm very angry. I have so much fire in me, but I'm just not acting on it. But I feel like I'm projecting it in more different channels in like art. It can be even the art that I make, in even the collage, like so chaotic. Not like I'm not doing fine arts, I'm not like making a realistic art like drawing and anything like that. I'm just I like doing brutalist things, and that's also part of me. And I think what you say is also true, like that's, we can't know what is real and what is not. But I'm, for example, I see that in a way that like people who, what you post online is also a part of you. Like it's not like, oh, I'm acting, I'm performing. No, like it's part of you. Whatever you do, it's just like part of you. You have to do like a shadow work and accept that part of you and work on it. If it's so ugly, you have to work on it. Like if you
Mhm.
don't like what you see, if people are just like getting so cringe about what you post, and you can't even accept yourself that this is you, and you should have to do a shadow work and accept that part of you and work on it, make it more.
Yeah, totally. I think like it's a part
Yeah.
of us that is amplified online,
Hmm.
but like sometimes times five, sometimes times 100, depends. But I do think that some people are the same as what they post too. I haven't met
Hmm.
them, but I'm not sure that I really want to meet them. But some people, I think they are like that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And some people are exact opposite of
Mm.
how they are, which is extremely nice, very cool, and perfect, like acting perfect, but they're horrible people. I'm not gonna name names. But there's also the other side of that thing. But I want to ask, like, what would you do if you were starting like all over again as a content creator, someone who is building a strong brand in the space, who's as an artist? What would you do differently
That's
for
it.
your own journey? No, I will do exactly the same thing. Sway.
No, I think that I don't regret anything that I've done. I think I experimented well. I just think that I would have put focus on Twitter maybe earlier, for sure. I spent a lot of time on SocialFi because it was like really promising and I really believed in it. It was great. It brought me a lot of opportunities, like honestly, a lot of opportunities. Like I even started my content creator journey um, because Chelsea put me in contact with someone. She's the one who like really started my content creator journey. I should send her
He's
a
the
message.
one who started my content creator journey too. That Chelsea gave
Chelsea,
my the first opportunity, the better chain thing. That
she's
he
an
asked me to
angel.
do. She's great. We love Chelsea. Chromie, Yabai
Yeah,
Chelsea, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Bye, Chelsea. And she was on Lens, and she saw like my very girly persona, and she
Wait,
put
I
me in contact.
remember that she was working for Lance. Oh my god.
She
Yes.
so she was actually also like doing things with Mask Network, Firefly app, and then she put me in contact with them, and I started like collaborating with them. And these were my first, I think,
Wait,
paid videos. Mm.
I just remembered Chelsea's old profile, old Twitter profile when I first added her like as a friend. She was working for Lance.
She did
Interesting.
like so much, and she's not so like active nowadays anymore. But I met her once, and she's so sweet. She's like as sweet as who she is online.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart,
Yeah.
definitely. But she's actually doing Yabai right now. Like she's active actually. She's doing the whole. She owns the Yabai. She's the founder of Yabai.
Okay.
She's doing the whole thing, and like Jupiter is very supportive, and Yabai is on Jupiter right now. And I went Kat Lumpur with, I told you before, with the
Yeah.
Jupiter grant. She suggested me to go as a creator. So yeah, she's grinding on Yabai, and I think it's going very well. She's gonna do other things too. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's amazing. And for example, like on SocialFi, maybe if I had put more focus on Twitter, I wouldn't have met Chelsea and I wouldn't have got like the opportunities that I have today. So honestly, I don't really regret anything. I think that
No,
um
not regret, but oh, I will just try this. Maybe a new thing. I don't
mm,
know. Wouldn't change something that you made, but maybe you I will try this or try this earlier.
yeah,
Nothing something regret, but yeah, maybe a new and anything you realized recently that will
no,
change the journey, etc.
yeah, I think like definitely being on Twitter more and also like going out of my comfort zone, like going to events and network with people because I think like if you really want to grow in this space, you need to have connections. Like even
Mhm.
how good you are at building a personal brand or at what you do, you have to like get out of your comfort zone and like really connect with people like offline.
Mhm.
And this is something I started doing a bit late, like in 24. I think I went to my first events, or I was going to Lisbon NFC, but it was the French people. So I was like in this like side of crypto Twitter. And that was like much easier for me because it's my mother tongue and I was born in Paris. And so I
Mhm.
had like all my friends. But then when like NFTs died, like and SocialFi died, I had to like build a new community. And like I met
Mhm.
people like you and like for example, going to Dev Connect, even like it was also going out of my comfort zone, finding a grant to go going there like almost alone, even though I had like some like friends going there. You just have to really like do the things, and the earlier you do them, the faster you can grow your community and network and get where you want to go. Yeah, and another thing is maybe I would have put more focus on TikTok before.
TikTok.
Mm.
And what would you suggest someone who is starting their journey as a content creator, as a brand person? What will like what should they do, and what step they should take, and what in which points they should be careful of when they're starting their journey?
Mm, I think my advice is to pick a niche, like something that you really like.
Mhm.
If you want to build a brand, like what is something that makes you want to like wake up every day and makes you excited? Something that in 10 years, 20 years, you still want to fight for. For example, me, it was always gender equality. Even since I was in art school, I wrote my thesis. It was like a fiction about gender equality. Everything I did was around that. And I'm still like Fries Before Guys is that. And everything I post is to motivate women to just be thirst traps, like be whatever you want, just like do the thing, you know. And sometimes I think that some people can, oh, we lost Pure Cat once again. I know you're here. We lost you.
I don't know what is happening today. My cable is connected. I'm like I have 100 megabit per second internet. What is happening?
It happens. It's okay. But yeah, so there's this, and then also to find something that is visual. For example, I like Love Bombing and Percat, like all your designs and everything, the aesthetic that you have created around your brand is so visual that people, whenever they will see a design that is a bit similar, a bit kawaii, you know, internet coded like that, they will think of you. And I think that this is the
Really?
most important. Yeah, of course, totally. I think you have really created an aesthetic that is very personal and original. And this is what makes you you, you know? So I think it should be like a message that you're interested in, and visual identity is really important as well. And any kind of content that you create, and even the tone of voice that you have online should be the same. I think these are like my tips, and also to create a lot of content and be everywhere.
That's so true, Queen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Interesting. I think people are I was gonna say that. Like I listened to the podcast yesterday, and it was like what you said, that focus on a subject that excites you. When you wake up, choose something that you want to do every day. This is also um about getting what you want from your life too. Like there was a podcaster girl like doing podcast about more esoteric stuff, more like manifestation and that kind of thing. And she was talking about like if you're not receiving what you want, what you manifest, because you're manifesting in ways that you don't want. Like, for example, if you're manifesting it from a job that you don't like, you want to get a promotion that from a job that you don't want to work for, it's not going to happen. But if you manifest the things in ways that you actually want to do, like for example, if you want to do you want to be a content creator, okay, manifest that. If you want to manifest the money, for example, manifest that money through content creation. If you want to go to a trip, manifest that through that in
Mhm.
another way. Like if you, for example, if you want if you're manifesting a trip through um like through someone or from your family, or it can be a family, but you don't want to get money from your family, you should manifest it through your own like work. Like, oh, I'm gonna
Mhm.
earn money and go this trip with my own money. So it's gonna happen in that way. And it's actually really working in that way.
Yeah, and I
So
think that, yeah, I agree with that. And I think that things like that happen because you want them so much also that you will find a way. I think like manifesting is wanting something so bad that you find the way to get it.
mhm.
Like I have manifested so many things that have happened, and usually it happens when at my lowest, because I will like feel scared to do the thing, and then I'm like, but this is what I want. And then I'm going to push and push to get it. But sometimes you don't get it. And I think that maybe it's because it's not meant for you.
Yeah, that's also another point. Something's better gonna happen for you. Sometimes we can choose what is best for us, but
Mhm.
universe knows better than us. So that happens, or
Yeah, totally.
something's not working out because it's not the best thing, and there's something better that is coming for you.
Hmm.
So yeah, so true. And I want to go back to the other topic that we talk about. Like, I think we are running on time. This is my last question. Um, have you ever posted something that got like massive engagement, but actually hurt your brand in a way that wasn't immediately obvious? Have you ever rage baited someone or posted something that you ashamed later, but you got a massive engagement and like so much views? I was like, couldn't decide if it was bad or like a good thing. Like, should I do it again? Like, have you ever done something like that before or posted?
I don't think that I've ever done something like that because everything I post is aligned with what I believe. I don't think that I'm ever like insulting people, or sometimes I can lose my temper, but the only time something went
Have you
viral.
ever lost your temper
Well, yeah, I
online?
can lose. I can
What
lose
happened? I
online.
never seen. Yeah,
Well,
online. I never seen you crashing out online, I guess.
I won't crash out, but I would just be. I will like try to, when you try to annoy someone, like
Mute.
in a subtle way, like just asking questions and being a bit like, but I don't insult people or crash out so much because I know like that, everything you do online can be like taken against you. It's like when you get arrested by the police and they're like, yeah, everything you say will be turned against you. And you're like, you should wait for your lawyer. Online is the same. And I think a lot of people don't understand that what they write is going to stay like kind of forever on the internet. And I think
You have
even if,
so much awareness. You're such
yeah,
an adult. Like this is incredible. I'm
yeah,
amazed by this.
because I was on Socialfy before, and I know that everything that I post, it would stay forever. And there was a lot of like incels on Socialfy, so it was a lot of like fights. And at some point, I understood that the best is to ignore people and
Mhm,
let them be the assholes alone, so
mhm.
that the receipt is online, so they will be seen as the bad people. But this
That's
is like,
very smart, extremely smart, and um, mature.
yeah, yeah, it's mature. I think I have learned to do this because at the end of the day, do you even want to waste your time with people who just want to be right? At the end of the day, people want to be right. It's better, it saves you time to say, okay, yes, you're right. And then it bothers them even because you said that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you inviting your enemies in your group chat. It's exactly the same. But I did once, like the only post that went really viral for me is when I quote posted a tweet from Lily Brody. And it was
Mhm,
like during the Christmas period. And it was like my standards for men.
mhm.
And
Oh,
like
I
it was,
remember it. I remember
yes, it
that.
wasn't even like bad, It was
It's
just like
pure
I said, like
real.
no
It's like,
alcohol, no, like go to the gym every day, no like this, I don't say the word, I don't know if I'm
mhm.
allowed. And they were all like, I don't know, the
You can
incels at
say
first,
whatever. You can say whatever you want in my stream. That's okay.
like no sex and
Mhm.
whatever, just like It was like kind of a joke.
I remember it. I saw that tweet and like go to the original post and reply a shit post under the main post. Like made
Yeah,
some jokes under the
and
girl's tweet.
so it got like 2 million views. This is like, I
Yeah.
think, my most viral thing. And I was like, no beard. And then they were like, but why no beard? You know, they get like insulted that probably the guy had a beard, and he was like, how can, and then they started making like, like memes with my face and things like that. At first I was like a bit anxious because there was a lot of these like huge incels profiles who were like quote tweeting it,
Mhm.
and like they were all so mean. They were like, oh, she's mid, she's not even a 3. And I was like, they probably are losers. So I mean, I don't know. And then I was like, do I regret it? No, it's okay. I didn't do anything bad.
You
But
should post whatever you want and never delete them. I
yeah.
think, especially that kind of posts. Like it's like a TikTok girl, like 6'5" finance, that that
Mhm.
that thing that go viral, like mid man or just like above. I'm a girl inside. Mid man seeing that and getting so like
They get so like
offended. They
yeah.
get so, how can she want an attractive successful man but not me? They
Yeah.
think in that way, and they are raging against you, like all the anonymous 3 followers account, or it can be 1,000 too, like 100K too, it doesn't matter. They just feel so offended that the girl that they wouldn't date with him, but an amazing 10 guy, like who is
Yeah.
successful, rich, and perfect.
They're the
Of
same guys
course,
who would,
course,
for they're the same guys
deal with
who would.
it.
Yeah, it's just like, I think a lot of people are lonely, and it's the same people who, for example, would go criticize the new pics of Megan Fox and would say that, oh my God, she's so ugly and mid and blah blah blah. I just think it's like projecting their own insecurities on
Mhm.
people, and at the end of the day, you cannot control everything, and you should be able to post like things like that. I think it's totally okay, because like throughout history, women have been really oppressed, and we're still oppressed and killed by men every day. So I think like posting something like that, they can survive. It's
It's
okay.
actually going against the system.
Yeah, it's important.
It's a protest. It's a woman
Exactly.
gender protest.
Yeah, I
Because
see it
like
as well.
men every day coming up with like woman photos, like whoever is popular with big boobs, or like whoever is popular like currently, and posting the girls, like the models, or oh, like I will do this with this girl, like I will take her. it, this is so
Yeah.
normal for girls, like always
Mhm.
the woman objectified, like always, like we always have a pressure to be like, being a woman is a whole different like job, like I think companies should pay for it.
Yeah, but I
Being a
agree with
woman is
that.
like a
Yeah.
completely different job. Like it's a completely different process. I love it. I will do it. I don't know. Like I will be. I will. I don't know. I can't even think about another existence. Like, but like being a woman is like there's a this is a whole different conversation. But there's a whole different projection on women, and how women should be, and how ideal should be, like how they exist in a world, even about your ideas that you post
Mhm.
online, how a woman should post. Actually, that incels replies are showing that, like, you it's basically saying that you can think about this.
No, they just want women that are obedient, like, like many years ago. And as like, they don't want us to post ourselves, our pictures, because if we
Mhm.
post, we are thirst traps or sexualizing
They
ourselves.
can't get attention. We are getting the attention.
Yeah, exactly. But they are allowed to post pics of us like that. It's like very sad.
Yeah, that's also another very interesting point.
So me,
The same incels are posting other women,
Mhm.
or allowed their girlfriends are allowed to post themselves, but other girls are not allowed to post themselves. This is also
Yeah.
very interesting
No, they
because
don't
they
have.
are giving the permission to their girlfriend to post themselves, but they can't control you. So when you post yourself without their permission, they're just like going insane.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love women so much. And that's why I have like my podcast. That's why I love you, Lily, and all the girls that are breaking the rules. I think it's very important to continue because like we live in a world where equality is really still far
Women,
away.
even like, I don't even want to be equal with men. Like, I don't want to be in the same level.
I want to be better. We're better than men. I mean, that's,
It's
I
so
didn't
like, I
say
don't know, bare minimum.
it.
I will do better than them. Not as a man. Like, I'm not we can't be in the same. My opinion is actually, I don't this is not the like not the subject of this stream, but I think we are not equal with men because they are different. They should just do their job and we should do our things, and we should be allowed to be ourselves as a
Mhm.
woman. We shouldn't be men. We
No,
should
for sure
have
not.
some rights that men have, but we shouldn't be masculine. Yeah, because I think the current things, like current situation or like what is happening is like um making women more masculine, which is more, I
Mhm.
think, uh like you're making the feminine energy of woman like a man, which destroys woman as an entity.
Mhm. I
By
agree with
making
you.
woman man, you're making them man, and man, like what is happening to woman then? Where is the
Mhm.
feminine energy? Where is the femininity? What is
Yeah.
happening to it when you make woman a man, turn into there, fundamentally destroying the concept of a woman, which is
Mhm.
more, I think, tactical and more sinister.
Yeah, but I love
So
what you're
yeah.
saying. I think that um a few years ago, like I don't know how old you are, but like when I was in art school in 2014, 13, 14, being a feminist and being girly was not seen so well. I would go to school with high
Yeah,
heels and
yeah, you
dressed
should
in pink.
choose a side. Yeah, you can be a feminist and also a feminine hot
No.
girl, a
And I was
baddie.
like criticized a lot. And I think that's also why now I'm like, very feminine because I think that there's nothing wrong in being
And
feminine.
Marxist people can't understand femininity.
No, but it's super powerful. And it's just like women are just like that. Like we have like we're like how we are. We don't have to hide ourselves and
Yeah,
we
you
can
should
have
just
small
be yourself.
voices. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I don't know, like the choosing a side with an ideology is just like abandoning your individual authentic self, and you have to, it turns into you have to be like the other people in that ideology. You just like have to just put aside of who you are as an individual, which is very unique to every person. Like you
mhm,
bring your own uniqueness to every situation when you just exist as a person without convincing yourself to exist in a propaganda. So yeah, or involved in an ideology. So I think protecting your mindset or whatever you think how things works or how should work is very important as a woman, because we are subject to more propagandas, I think, than we thought every
mhm.
day. So yeah, it's hard to be a Jessie Fries and choosing to be Jessie Fries every day, but we must remain.
Yes, we must remain. And actually, just to end on this, I don't know if you ever heard about bimbo feminism, but I discovered that I think a
This
year
is
ago.
amazing, so aligned, sounds
You
so
should
aligned.
you should check it out. It's really interesting.
Can you send it to me? I like that. I like the
Yeah,
name of
we'll
it.
send it.
Bimbo feminism.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, it was amazing to have you, and thank you for your time. I think we spent more time on the stream than we should have, but it was an amazing, very easy and also enjoyable stream. And see you in the next one. See you in the next big thing. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it was so fun to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to chat with you as always.